Today is Sunday, May 4th. The Yankees lose a series to the Rays. Who are the Yankees? ? Let's talk about it.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. We got producer BBD in the corner. Sunday after the Kentucky Derby, a famous day in Talkin' Yanks history. The Yankees played, and it wasn't a good time, so we'll get into that. Hopefully there's better times ahead, and you can use code YANKS2025 at SeatGeek to purchase your tickets. If you want to go somewhere else, watch something else, you can also use code YANKS2025. You'll get 10% off any tickets with code YANKS2025 at SeatGeek, and you download the app, and they'll tell you good value, bad value, and buy my hint, buy the good value. Jake, how are you doing?
James Davis, hello everyone. Happy Kentucky Derby weekend. May the 4th be with you. All that good stuff. Not great. I mean, Max Fried does Max Fried thing. It inspired me to leave whatever facial hairs left on my face. Kind of Valentine from season 3 of White Lotus energy some reason.
You look like such a wannabe evil.
Yeah,
like,
okay, that's perfect.
Whatever you're trying to join, that group of people are like, no, you're out.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the crippled guy in 300.
Okay. I'll lean into Valentine.
Discarded.
Season 3 White Lotus.
Hey, that's the worst facial hair do-up you've done.
Thank you.
You look straight evil.
I appreciate. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Honestly, I was just, they used to say I'm always joking. I was just shaving, and then I was laughing because I literally just got to this point, and I was like, that's a Max Fried, and then I just stopped. And I was like, it's a bad look. I've got another commentary. And yeah, maybe this energy fits what the Yankees showed us the last 2 days.
It's a little bit, you would want to say Jorbit Vivas, but it's Jorbit Vivas.
Jorbit Vivas.
Jorbit Vivas. You look like you work at the salon.
Okay, went back to it.
In the Adam Sandler movie, what's that, Zoltan? No one messes with.
Don't mess with the Zoltan? Don't mess with
you look
Zoltan?
like you would be like sweeping up hair in the back of the salon.
Thank you. This is new Yankees facial hair. This is legal.
I like it.
Jorbit,
I like that.
You can't say that. You can't say that right now. Jim, you went too far.
I'm enjoying it.
You went too far.
I can say, I can like something that's not good.
You can like something that's not good. You can.
Yeah.
You said this is the worst I've looked.
Out of all the facial hairs
Yes.
you do that give you an alter ego, this one's giving you the worst alter ego. Like, I like the thick goatee, the guy who smokes cigarettes, reads the newspaper on the subway.
Right.
That's kind of my favorite.
Well, now you got too many favorites of things you're saying you don't like. So let's talk some Yankees. That's what people are here for.
Yankees Talk is brought to you by our most recent Substack subscribers, Hayden Klappholtz. Klappholtz? Probably says it's like one. Hayden Clapp and Michael Lauer. Appreciate them. Oh, dude, there's so much I don't want to talk about that we're going to have to talk about. Like, I'm kind of dreading this.
Right? It was a sloppy 26 hours or so.
It's opening the floodgates to some dark thoughts to me.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the Yankees' depth really get tested. I mean, seeing the second half of the lineup today was tough scenes for a little bit.
5-hole Escara, 6-hole Pablo Reyes?
6 Escara, 7 Pablo. But yeah, and that's followed by the Oswald brothers. So yeah, I mean, not the juice, not your father's Yankees. And then, yeah, we got everything, man. We've got injuries. We've got misplays. We've got managerial decisions in question. We got all the goods. We got a half angry up today. Brought to you by my facial hair.
Let's do the grounds creeping.
Yes.
Because there is some interesting stuff on the grounds creeping. Jazz Chisholm placed on the 10-day IL. It will be longer than that. Right oblique strain, grade 3 in multiple parts, they said. That's pretty bad.
It's bad.
Jazz said he's going to beat the projected timetable. Also said he wouldn't go on the IL. Not to be believed.
Yeah.
He's not to be believed. No, probably All-Star break is if this was someone else and you just hear that grade strain, you're probably saying mid-July. It's oblique is a real thing. Also, you don't really come back firing on all cylinders from an oblique strain. It kind of takes you like a month to be able to play with it, recovery from oblique strain. So that's pretty brutal. Jorbit Vivas was recalled to replace him, and he actually does play. Stan expected to take live BP sometime this week. DJ's playing his minor league games. They did some with Clayton Beater. Loizaga throwing pens, and I don't know about Luis Heel, but it's there was a sentence I heard.
Throwing program. I think we're...
Yeah.
So, not great. All-star for Jazz, you think?
I mean, 2 months is like minimum. They say 4 to 6 weeks. It's not true. If it's grade 3 in multiple parts.
Right.
I mean, Judge was out, what, 2 months?
I'd have to go back and look. Yeah, I don't know.
We can ask Trev, but oblique's a tough one.
Oblique's
even
a tough
when you
one.
come back, you swing kind of not great for a while.
Right.
You like feel good for a long time before they even let you try to do stuff.
Because if you tweak it, it resets the whole timeline, which honestly, with what we've seen from Jazz, that's probably the scariest factor. Yeah, I mean, 2 months, that would take us to July 1st or so.
Yeah, you get a setback or two. July, maybe that's the less dramatic version.
No, I mean, I wanted to reiterate the point behind it. I mean, we're July 1 or All-Star break. There's going to be a lot of baseball played. Like you sent a text that got the Talkin Yanks chat the other day that you're like, man, the baseball season's so long, huh? They're like, we're basically going to see 2 different Yankee teams before Jazz Chisholm comes back.
Yeah. I know, because you're still saying he's having a good season, and that is the correct thing to say.
Right.
But, like, the season is so long that I kept shaking my head like, damn, like, you get to June and the season is still early, like, in its first half. It's just crazy how long the season is.
Yeah. It's
Not
still
a bad way.
It's still a good start season. Like, you're still having a good start.
It's tough to grade is what my main takeaway when I was having those thoughts was. Like, well, none of this is complete, even close to complete.
Right.
So, do you want to do the burn of game 1?
I can burn game 1. Yeah.
Yeah. How long was Dominguez out for oblique last year? It's probably the most recent.
I think he missed 8 weeks.
2 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Yeah. Jazz has youth on his side. That helps.
Yeah. So did Dominguez.
Right.
All right. Let's burn game 1. They won this one. It was a clean game. Can't say that about the other 2.
Tampa would head to New York City for a 3-game set and some sausage, egg, and sneezes with a little bit of salt and pepio as Ryan takes the mound versus the Yanks and Fried, who's been pitching to the max. Like my college years, we're scoreless through the first 4. Bottom 5, I love girl. Paul Wall grills one. 3-run homer means it's 3-0 Yanks. Fried was spectacular. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Will weave, rock you. Doesn't jingle as well, but it jives just right. Yanks win. Game 1, 3-0 final. Game 1 was brought to you by American Crew. Today's Talkin' Yanks is brought to you by American Crew. Looks like in sports, you need the right sports gear. Well, with hair, you need the right hair gear. American Crew wants me to say men's grooming, and that makes more sense if we're being honest. The Fiber Puck, maybe that's your MVP, holds like no other, perfect for the post game. The Forming Cream Puck, yep, the Pomade Puck. You know your hair better than I know your hair. I hope. I really hope. American Crew, go check it out. Whatever product you're looking for and is best for your hair, American Crew has it, or maybe you don't know yet. Well, either way, they have it. Grab your style essentials and ensure your hair always scores high no matter what the play. Whether you're fielding tough questions or tackling a busy schedule, American Crew has you covered. Score your own grooming goals and grab these on Amazon. Style like a pro, look like a champ. American Crew.
Max Fried, very good. Devin Williams, very good. Luke Weaver, very good. This game had me dreaming about what if Garrett Cole and Luis Heel were healthy. How much love would the Yankees be getting? But you can't do that. I'm sure you can go around the league and then say, well, what if their guy was healthy? But still, it's like we were supposed to have two of these guys, if not more. So Max Fried, Devin Williams at the hold, and Weave Dog is incredible.
Yeah. That's that end of sentence?
Is incredible.
No plus analysis to that?
He threw like 3 changeups. So he was just like, watch this, fellas.
Right.
You think that's my best pitch? Not needed.
Williams with 8 pitches, 7 strikes. Weaver, 11 pitches, 9 strikes. So, yeah.
I mean, even Max Fried only walked 2. He only threw 92 pitches. They could have kept him going, but Boone in the postgame was pretty adamant that he was done.
Yeah, I think coming off the off day, you have Will Weave set up, which I don't think we're ready to put Devin fully in that camp, although 8th inning Devin has been pretty good. But yeah, I think Max Fried, 92 pitches in today's baseball. I guess I didn't even expect him to come back out with the day off the day before and just giving this performance and knowing like you kind of can't push him to 105 because we need his next start. And we'll need his next start. We'll need his next start.
That was the big part of my brain. I thought he might come back out, but that was the biggest part of my brain is like, well, keep him around. You don't want to push him, and then it hinders the next one because he is a lot right now.
Long season, full circle.
Crazy long season. They had 1 hit. It was a weak one. And we see Jorbit. I feel like when he did his name pronunciation, it was a Luis Robert situation where he was trying to appease the American audience, so he did his name pronunciation as Jorbit Vivas.
Yeah, the Vivas is surprising. Jorbit, I haven't met a ton of Jorbits. I could see that going either way. Vivas, hey man, I'll play it how he wants to play it until it's not played that way.
Same. I want Joe's didn't respond to me because he's a punk.
Never does.
I want Joe's to just tell me, like, how would you naturally...
Jorbit Vivas.
I want Joe's to tell me how he would naturally pronounce this.
Call him. First call of the episode. We're going to make 3 phone calls today.
Most to Joe's.
We'll see. We'll see how this first one goes.
Joe's Rams Jamal.
Is the call happening?
Joe's, how would you pronounce
The new Yankee.
Vivas' name before you heard anything else? How would you naturally say it?
Vivas.
What about the first name?
Jorbit.
You would say Jorbit Vivas?
Jorbit Vivas.
With a...
He's saying the first V.
You're saying the first V in the last name.
First name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vivas. Vivas.
Oh, B-Boss. Okay. All right. Love you too. Bye. So I think that it's got to not be Jorbit and be Jorbit, like Joe said.
You like his mannerisms, huh?
Well, yeah.
It's intense. Minnesota, we got some wiggling going on. I'm about it.
Yeah. I think you're like more representing him than Max Fried.
I've got some Vivas going on.
He had big energy. He's probably going to get an award later when we talk about it, because who else are we going to talk about?
Wow. Boom roasted.
Next two games stink. Are we smashing these together? Or are we
what do we in game one? I mean, they only score on the Goldschmidt homer, which was just that young flame throwing goofer Montgomery out of the Rays.
Yeah.
Don't put it there, Paul. Why would you have Paul face a lefty? Mistake.
It's the Judge dilemma I highlighted last week.
Oh. What are Paulie G's lefty numbers? I might be stepping on awards. Maybe we'll circle back.
Yeah, let's get to game 2 and 3. No one cares about game 1 of this.
Right. Pinstripers would hope to make Zach feel little, while Yarby would try to give the Yankees a beefy start against his former team. Speaking of beef, bottom one, the captain gavelled into the bullpen. It's 1-0 Yanks. A W, vowel, 2 L's, and an S. Walls and Wells each score a run for their respective team. I don't know. 2-1 Yanks after 5. Yarby did his job. 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run. So did Hammy and Cruz, but Leiter gets banged up, and so does Volpe, literally. It's 3-2 Rays after a sloppy inning, and there's not enough Pringles for Fairbanks. Yankees drop game 2.
Biggest news out of this game was Volpe got hurt.
Yeah.
And then wasn't hurt, but then the hand they were doing the squeeze test on, when Conan's doctor was out there doing all the tests, one of them was like grip strength. That was the first one he did. Actually, I was recording my episode of Things You Missed while this happened, so my reaction, the ad read to Things You Missed.
Okay.
Volpe got hurt in the middle of it, and my eyes probably stray in the middle of the read. I'm like, what? But I kept it. I was a pro about it.
Proud.
First thing they did was test the grip strength, and then 2 plays later, stays in the game, doesn't grip the ball. They add a run, can't turn the inning into a double play.
Yeah, I wonder if they'd have the double play anyways. It was a little choppy up the middle. He would have had to come back. You would have liked to find out.
Probably not. But in my perfect world that I'm drawing up.
Right. You would have liked to find out. Got him in the butt of the glove a little bit. Yeah, I mean, tough inning. It was. I had a moment sitting watching today's game where I was like, okay, I watched yesterday's whole game. It was like I built my day around it, like a classic Yankee Saturday. And yeah, I was sitting in the chair watching today's game, and I was like, how exactly did it happen? And then, yeah, that Volpe deep in the hole. Nobody makes that play, but he hurts his shoulder on it. Then there's a walk. And then, yeah, you look at it was 3-2 to Meade. And Jack Curry with the shot boy. Hates when I do that. He was on it in the postgame. I was wondering, I've been betting on too many live pitches. We'll get to that at the end of the episode, but I got a good read on things. Mark Leiter, who's been feeling his fastball lately, because he's got a little more juice, sitting kind of 95. He threw a fastball, I think it was 3-2 to Meade, and he fouled it off pretty good, that it was like, oh, Mark Leiter Jr., you got to know your pitches. You can't throw that again. He threw that again. Kind of beat him, but it was a good swing by Meade, drops and left, the 2-run score. Yeah, I don't know.
This game, I think, was a bit more on like the offense than the pitching, which is a situation. You know, like starting pitching is still, I think, the biggest thing to discuss. In a way, there's others coming for it.
Well, the Littell pitch count was comical. You kept looking up and expecting to see plus 20 on the number. And it was like, wait, it's 40 pitches? What's going on? And he really found a groove. I forget if it was Judge's think it was Judge's second at bat, that it looked like Littell was starting to find it, and then he made Judge look bad. Yeah, struck Judge out on 4 pitches swinging, and it was like, oh boy, he might have locked in, and he did. He looked really good. Like I know it's a different kind of pitching, but he did look good.
He did look good. They decide to steal all over the Yanks. That's another storyline
Yes.
from this. And Chandler Simpson is like too fast for baseball.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, you've always have these speed guys come up. Like Hamilton was supposed to be this when he came up from the minor leagues. This is different.
Oh, interesting.
I think he's the fastest person I've ever watched play baseball.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what
To like a different register.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what nerd numbers come out on that. I mean, he's crazy fast. I do think he has more arms than your average speedster. I think the arms are out a little more wide, which add a little drama to it. But
Ellie's kind of doing that
special
sometimes too, though.
Yes, but Ellie's 6'7". Like Ellie's,
He doesn't look like a baseball player.
he looks like he's covering a kickoff or something. Like he's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like at this game, you got to punt it because Clark's hurt. Yarby comes in, so you feel good about that. You feel good about Cruz, who is like, okay, like he's in his zone right now. So I felt good about a lot of stuff, but they lost. So it was like almost like our last episode where it's like, why did we lose this game?
Right.
And then, but then game 3, which we're about to get to, now compounds with elements of game 2 to where those good takeaways are muted and all the bad is at the forefront of the brain.
Is Clark good?
Yeah, they
Said
said
he's
he's starting Tuesday.
Was it just to line him up against King because he was mad about all the trade rumor stuff?
My fan fiction was it was because they were going to piggyback Carrasco and Warren and get one of them out of the rotation. So they had to fake an injury to Clark because they would never just like demote someone. And then Yarby proved himself. So they're like, well, 4 strong from Yarby. Our hands are tied.
I think it was a double in my fiction story. It's a double redemption. It's Yarby gets his redemption against the Rays from being the bulk guy forever. Clark gets his redemption against Mike King, who was going to be the lead piece in the Soto deal. Oh, it's got to be King. It's got to be King.
Well, does that mean Pablo Reyes is getting all 3 games when they go to Fenway?
I don't know if I Pablo.
Oh, are you coming to my side, dude?
I don't know if I Pablo.
Are you coming to my side?
I was driving the Pablo bus, but I Viva La Vivas.
Dude,
this.
I hate how I feel about this.
And we're just being almost as rude as we can to Peraza.
Oh, always and forever. That's Yankees ball, baby.
It's great. Don't talk like that.
But maybe Peraza doesn't deserve defending. Like he's not really helping.
Today
his
wasn't
supporters.
pretty. Today wasn't pretty. But also we can. I don't know. It's a long season. One of the themes of this episode. Reminder: we've got a theme this episode, and there's 2 more phone calls to come.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a long season. I just don't. I fought for Pablo. I'm not fighting for Pablo anymore.
I never fought for him, and I can't remember as someone that I have pegged as an outsider so early.
Right. Oh, that's one of your skills. You do that all the time.
But every time I say, okay, I'll sum it up this and we'll move on. How I feel about Weaver,
Right.
how I feel about Pablo,
Yeah.
so far apart that it's like the magnet theory
Touching,
of
yeah.
politics,
Yeah, I
that
thought
they're
you'd go
actually
there.
similar guys.
Right.
Yeah. Fanatics. Radicals.
Easy.
All right. Game 3.
Sure.
Ooh.
Rubber match in the Bronx. Taj Milton Bradley would play his games against the Yankees hitters, while New York would hope Warren will give an okay outing. Could I be running any more fast? Chandler beats it out for the Rays' first run. Jonathan goes around the bases. 3-0 Rays. Call the fuzz after the fifth. Woo woo! It's 5-0 Tampa. 4.2, 5 runs, 3 earned from Warren. Cody would belly up in the 6th with a 2-run homer, but then Carlos came in and gave up some cookies. It's 7-2 Rays, bottom 8. Paulie G RBI single. Viva Las Vivas. First career hit, it's a 2 RBI single, but it would stop there. Bad weather, bad baseball, bad recipe. Yanks lose and lose the series 2 games out of 3.
Question, is tomorrow an off day?
No. Every
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thank goodness. I gotta get new feelings going.
Nice.
I need this game
Right.
to linger as little as possible.
If this was our Boone interview game, we'd be up against it.
Ugh. This game, dude, the Yankees they're like rain out happy. If they think the game is not going to get played or delayed, it's like they're not even them. Or if this is the new Yanks, that is awful. But this game had vibes that were like this. Warren was on the bump. Ascara was catching and batting 6th. Reyes started over Vivas, who we just liked and enjoyed a little bit, even when he didn't get a hit. He brought like energy to the table, not intruder. Both Perazas are in there.
Intruder's tough.
He looked like a Red Sox that is spying on us. He honestly looks like a Red Sox.
Jim, this was you've mentioned some points. Ascara, Reyes, and the Perazas. I mean, I don't know if any of these 3 pitchers, Will Warren, Tyler Matzik, who had the pitching performance of the day with 1.1 innings and 4 hits.
Still haven't watched him.
You did in the breakdown. He got tired against the Orioles. Carrasco for 3 relief innings. I mean, just
Glory be. That's the best thing that happened.
and
If you want one positive thing,
right.
it's that Cookie Carrasco came out of the pen.
So I mentioned I've been live betting some pitches, and I'm on the positive side. So that's the good news. Carlos Carrasco was basically first pitch 89-mile-per-hour fastball to every hitter. And it's not a movement pitch.
Well, Jake, that's veteran. That's guile
Hey man,
and experience.
are we doing Boone stuff? Where do we start? Besides half of the team that played in this game isn't the real Yankees.
That's the issue. Or how long will they be? Like, that's kind of what we have to dissect. The lineup we saw today, are we going to see that again? Like, is Volpe hurt for a while? Because then we have, like, serious stuff. Is this lineup that we saw a laughing matter and the most bizarre bad lineup of the season, or at least the first half, or are we here to stay? Because when Ascara, Pablo Reyes, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Oswald Peraza are your bottom 4, and Jorbit, Vivas pinch hits for Pablo Reyes, they're your platoon with Will Warren on the mound. I can't stomach all of that lingering around.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've got bad news for you. I've got bad news for everyone. I think we're coming up on a rough patch. For some of the stuff we just mentioned, the Padres are coming into town. It's Pivetta, who's been amazing. King, who's going to be great. We'll get one off him in the first. And Cease, who actually hasn't been that great, but he's still in Cease still. And then we head on a West Coast trip, dude. So you know all of this. You put all this in the blender, you know the results.
I know how this script is written. They get swept by the Padres. They have
We win one.
They lose the first 2 to the Padres.
We win the last game.
Win the last game, which helps the flight over to the West Coast. And then they have a winning West Coast trip. How many games is it? Is it 6 or is it 9?
Double check. Athletics, Seattle, and my current screen can't tell you if there's another one.
All right.
I think
6.
6.
Then back home.
Okay, so they win. They go 4-2.
Wow.
And they win, which, when they fly home, like, all right, well, we had a good West Coast trip, 5-2 in the last 7, and then they do a little better. But this Padres series is as trap as it gets.
What's your? I don't think it's a trap. I think it's just they're
Well, for
good.
anyone not seeing it coming, for any fan not knowing what's about to happen.
What you think Volpe's hurt?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea. They did every test, and Conan's doctor says, we got to get you off the field. And Volpe goes, I'm staying. And Judge nods behind him like, oh, yeah, big dog. And Boone heard that and just left right away. And the doctor said twice more, get out. We got to get you out of here. Again, I was doing a live breakdown of this to no one while I was filming Things You Missed. I paused and just started talking out loud in the mic. So Rob Sirocco has it.
Right.
So either Volpe is like fine and is good, or he is like refusing right now, like Jazz did for a game, and then went to get X-rayed and and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I don't know. I don't know if any of my doctor connects know. I can reach out. Yeah, I'm interested to see because there's not like it's not a ton of options waiting. Vivas is already up here. That I wonder, even if he's still banged up, maybe
David John LeMahieu?
Maybe you rest him through the San Diego series anyways, keep him away from some of those pitchers, and then he's ready to go for the West Coast.
Multiple rest. That, you just scared me.
Okay.
I don't want to watch, clamoring for Volpe somewhere I didn't think I was going to be, but rest would do good because the bat came around. Defense been slumping.
Oh.
The ball up the middle, that kind of goes over second base. I think he's got 4 now in the last 2 weeks that have eaten him up. 2 in Cleveland, and then 1 against the last series. It's like a weird play. It's kind of like Cabrera with the overthrows, and it's Volpe when the ball is bouncing over second.
Okay. Something to watch.
Yeah. I hope he's not really hurt. Warren can't make another start. I think all the awards might be about Game 3, so I don't know. Not pinch hitting. That's what everyone wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Not pinch hitting for Escara. For Wells, when Wells comes in the game later to catch anyway.
Right.
Boone, I didn't hear the post game because we're doing this, but
I just sent you a quote. It should be in our group chat to a Hoch tweet if it helps. I don't think it will, but it's something.
All right, let's see. Aaron Boone's 8th inning explanation. Boone said he was going to pinch hit Ben Rice for JC Escara or Jorbit Vivas. He decided to let Escara hit because he's the guy that's been here and more experienced. It's a rookie in his 5th game.
And both of those hitters hit.
He's saying, okay, I get what he's saying. I understand what Boone is saying there. He's saying that he's not answering the Austin Wells situation at all. He's saying Ben Rice was going to hit for Escara or Vivas, and when deciding which one of Escara and Vivas weren't going to hit, I said Vivas is not going to hit because Escara has been with the club the whole season. So no skill or logic to the game, just kind of a feelings move, respecting Escara over Vivas. I don't think that was the question people had on their mind. It was why they both should have been pinch hit for.
Yeah, it was a little shocking because you heard K on the broadcast was like, well, this means Volpe's going to come out and play shortstop next inning. For me, this isn't hindsight. I watching the game with Bees. Where's Wells? Like it's bases loaded. There's nobody out. Like you can't. If you're Boone, you can't be playing for later on in that inning. Because what happened could happen. Like
a double play.
Yes, you have to go attack that moment with Wells and then leave yourself options later on, still with Rice available.
I understand why why he said he couldn't do both in a way, because Escara does play third and has experience at third, and if Escara comes out of the game and Volpe's unavailable, Ben Rice is playing third for real.
Right.
There's no one else.
I see you just get hit with a tiny hammer.
Maybe.
Everyone go check out the YouTube. I don't know. Either way, you don't really have to pinch hit for Oswaldo if he's hitting lefty.
Well, the reason he pinch hit for Oswaldo is because once the double play happened, Boone said the pinch hit plan was off because there's only one out remaining. And then when Vivas got the double, he said, oh shit, game's back on.
Right.
So then he pinch hit for Oswaldo.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Did not like.
Yeah, I mean, we can ask him about him, but I don't think there's anything we'll ask him because people are going to clamor. Only thing I can say is I disagree.
Right.
I don't think you can win me over on that one. You can just explain saying the same thing, but no, none of that makes sense.
Yeah, and the answer is not going to be anything special. He's going to, Volpe's down for the day, and I've got, I mean, Jim, the secret third option here.
Start Rice
or pinch hit Rice because he also catches. Escara can't hit there.
Well, he did pinch hit Rice.
Right. But you pinch
For
hit someone.
Oswaldo.
Pinch hit Wells or Rice for Escara.
That's my gripe. That's the only issue. Escara cannot get that at bat.
Yes.
You had two options to use.
They both play catcher.
It's crazy. I don't know. That's that game.
Are you just getting some work done to the house over there?
It's getting louder.
It is.
Hey, why doesn't everyone go to Mando? Today's episode is sponsored by Mando. In winter, it's easy to hole up, stay inside, but it's springtime, people. I know we've been feeling it in the city, wherever you are. I hope the seasons are changing and you're getting outside. I had a nice Central Park walk this weekend. But the other thing that comes along with that is you gotta deodor up. And with Mando's whole body deodorant, it lasts longer. Bang. I like that. And it works damn good. And you can put it everywhere. Don't be shy, people. This is actually, I didn't know if I'd ever admit this on the air, but, going back to my college days, I just put a little under the man boobs. Just a little bit. And a lot of deodorant under the armpit. Jimmy will tell you about that.
Yeah, all around the armpit.
But you can thighs, pits, even the awkward, unmentionable spots. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. Stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice. Mini wash, deodorant wipes. Special offer for our listeners. New customers get $5 off that starter pack with our exclusive code. That's over 40% off your starter pack. Use code Yanks at shopmando.com. Shopmando.com. Please support our show. Please, please, please. Tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, boost your confidence, head to toe with Mando.
Head to toe with Mando is pretty cool.
Yeah, I know.
That's real good.
I'm that guy, pal.
Hey, it's Pride of the Yankees.
Ho!
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
I'll take
What was
Max Fried.
that? Oh. Why, though?
The Yankees haven't lost when he pitched. And that's not 100% reflective on him because his first 2 games, he got like 20. His first game, he allowed 6 runs. The game they got 20 runs,
Right.
he allowed like 9, right?
I wouldn't say 9.
6?
I don't think
6 runs, 2 earned.
Right.
But yeah, Max Fried is really good. Like I shouldn't waste any of this show with talking about it because I think people tuned in to hear about all the other stuff. But we do Pride of the Yankees, and Max Fried is the Pride of the Yankees. For me.
It's affecting people's facial hair in the Northeast region. It's taking over the city a little bit.
Yes, you and like 8th graders.
What's that mean?
I mean, when you can get that facial hair for the first time, you let it be until you realize you have to shave it.
You know who could do this facial hair? And I think kind of does. You mentioned him before, Rob Sirocco. And he'd kind of be like the other evil cousin with me.
And if you, Rob, and
we
Jolly
sell
made
you
like
drugs.
if you, Rob, and Jolly made a like Backstreet Boys remake, you would all have that and look great.
Thank you. Good stuff, Jim. Good stuff. Like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Ooh, I'm between 2 here. Proud to be a Yankee fan. Proud to be a Yankee fan. Too early to go, Devin. Your thoughts?
No, I think there's like he was down and out, so like proud I think
Right.
rings true.
Right.
Like, cause if he went the other way, that's bad news. Yeah. So you.
Yeah. He's my pride. At losing the closer gig, things were going about as bad as possible. He's mopey. And I mean that last outing. God, if you're ever, I feel like sometimes I put on Rocket Man when I'm feeling sad just to get more sad because they played it at one of my buddy's funerals. If you're having a sad moment and you're looking to be more sad, the Devin Williams, his last outing against Toronto, where he was just looking around like he was playing the wrong sport.
Yeah.
3 clean outings, 8th inning, 7th inning, 8th inning, all in closer games than we thought. This one was up 3, so this was his first, a true hold opportunity.
Yeah.
8 pitches, 1 strikeout, bingo, bango, bongo.
Bingo, bango, bongo. I think that is a good pride.
Thank you.
When an episode that's more about the bad and the unfun at the time is good. I actually think it's a good pull by you.
We need Moss. I mean, there could have been a potential for the first stepping stone of the year, but only winning one game, and in that game, he had an important outing.
Did he get saved by nice play? Was like the first play nice defense?
Let me ask my mind's mind. I don't remember.
All right. Well, good one. All right, next up, better part of the show.
Part of the
You
Yankees is brought to
Yankee-
you by DraftKings. Use code Yanks when you sign up with the DraftKings Sportsbook. And now on to
You Yankee motherfucker.
Thanks, DraftKings.
My MFer, oh, dude, I mean, Judge only batted 385. That's his lowest series batting average in maybe the whole season.
That's true.
At a time when we need him the most.
That's you.
All of them?
Oh, it's like that, huh? Goldie doesn't deserve that.
Who specifically does?
I said, who do you love?
Warren Old News. Who cares? Boone?
Oh,
Is that an option?
hey.
Because I don't know who I could pinpoint as like just this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's this Pablo Reyes just because it's the punching bag when I can't choose Brad.
Hello?
Hey, Brian Hoch, it's Jake Storielli. We're live doing Talkin Yanks. How are you?
You are?
Yeah.
Hi. What's
Hey,
going on?
it's our second phone call of the episode. I just want to see how would you have managed the eighth inning today?
Differently. I'm still scratching my head over the decision-making process there. So, what do you guys want to ask?
Kind of weird. That was my question.
Yeah, it's just I think that there's two things that my takeaways are. First of all, Anthony Volpe was not available for them, and two, it seems like they really don't feel comfortable putting Ben Rice behind the plate. So I think when they were in that situation there, Boone's explanation was that he was going to hit for either Escara or Vivas, and he decided to go with Escara because he's got a little more major league track record, but I mean, we're talking about a month here. And then, so when Escara hit into the double play, he didn't use Rice to hit for Vivas, but then he did. I mean, I'm still scratching my head about it, guys. So, I think it was basically they didn't want to do it with bases loaded and nobody out, and then they kind of got handcuffed in their little game script on it, and then it was too late to pivot. So then Vivas gets the hit, and then you say, oh wait, I still got a bullet in the chamber here. Let's send up Rice for Cabrera, and then I think they tried to roll with it from there. But very confusing explanation, and I think that if you had a time machine and go back, you'd probably do it differently.
Are you thinking about growing out the Max Fried facial hair like I am?
I don't know. You think it would be a good look? I had a goatee about 5 or 7 years ago. Maybe.
Every comment's been very complimentary about mine, so I recommend it.
I don't know why that would be. I haven't seen what yours look like, but I can't imagine it looks very good.
Yeah, I think two of the phrases Jimmy has used is 8th grade and what was the other one, Jimbo? Just bad movie villain? Or like bad guy in the movie?
Wannabe villain.
Wannabe villain. Not even the real villain, the wannabe villain.
No one would
That's actually
mistake
really
you for
rude.
the villain.
Yeah, I could see he was kind of like an 8th grade scumbag. Yeah, I could see that coming together nicely for you. So maybe if that's the look you want, I wish you well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Brian Hoch, MLB. Calling me an 8th grade scumbo. All right.
Scumbag.
Thank you. We're going to wrap up the episode. It's good hearing from you, man.
Yeah, thanks for calling, guys. Yeah, I wish I had a better explanation, but yeah, we were just talking about it in the press box here and kind of trying to sort through all that. So I think basically they had a script going, and they didn't expect the Escara to hit into a double play, and then they kind of got thrown off track there.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see you, Hokie. We love you.
You got it, guys. See you. Bye.
Thanks for calling in.
Second
I'd like
call.
to clarify something. What I did while he was talking wasn't about Hoch at all. I was checking the last bullet in the chamber and then realizing at that point if I was Boone, I'd just shoot myself in the head. It wasn't about, I don't want to be misconstrued for something it was.
BBD, are you sweating?
I'm kind of okay, but
Yeah, me neither. So who's your MFer? That was our second call of the episode.
Escara.
Okay.
Double play ruined everything, as you just heard.
Yeah.
The fact that he could hit into a double play wasn't even part of their game plan.
Right.
That's how much no one expected it. Whatever.
Yeah, I think part of
to be honest, though, like that double play did ruin everything. And it was a tapper to the pitcher. So I am going Escara. Sorry, man. Great story. Love you.
Dapper.
that is his first.
Whoa. That was a
Welcome
good
to
one.
the club.
That was a good one, Jim. That was a good one.
Thanks. Who's yours?
Jeepers creepers. Like you said, it's one of these weird, there's a ton of options, but there's not a ton of options. I guess I'll go as Waldo. 0 for 9. I don't know. Like he didn't really stick out like a sore thumb, but also he's still in the conversations to get pinch hit with Vivas and Ascara, so that's no good.
I was gonna go like Volpe because he made the error and then he missed today and he's unavailable. But that's kind of like dogging him for being injured, which isn't cool.
We don't do that.
Yeah, we have standards.
We do.
All right.
Oh,
I have something I want to ask you about. But it's not like an award.
let's do it then.
It's a good time for it then.
Beebs, can you bring up the Baseball Reference? If you go to Yankees schedule, and then at the top it says all the their record against all the teams. I know this is nothing, Jake, but when you look at opponent, and then if you blow that up on the right there, when I was looking at this,
Right.
it made me feel weird that like they have a really good record and they've won a lot, but so many teams have a better head-to-head because, in 3 series they won 3 games. They won 3 against the Rays. And then they swept Kansas City and Milwaukee. And the rest are like losing series. I felt real odd. It means nothing.
Nothing.
I'm not looking for any big,
Yeah.
but I just wanted anyone else. I was like, wait, this is weird for a winning team. But just the wins have come on sweeps.
I can turn this back around the other way, Jim. I got good news for you. Maybe a reverse DraftKings pride of the Yankees. These Yankees don't get swept, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Stan
These
told them
Yankees
that.
don't get swept, bro.
Stan did tell them that.
So yeah,
at home.
I see what you're saying. You'd like that to be a little more impressive. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Don't get swept.
Don't get swept. All right. My first award that I'm going to give is the What If Glaber... Oh. -2 equals +1.
Jorbit Vivas.
Duh. Because you knew. Because you heard the fake one.
Here's what I'll say, Jim. I normally give great hints and yours are kind of shitty. That was incredible. That was incredible.
You think so?
That was incredible. That was like today's Guess That Yankee, the Wade Boggs one.
Yeah, what about the one yesterday?
That was a little tougher. And there's been some of that on this show.
-2
Right.
equals +1. We lost Glaber. We lost Soto. We got Jorbit Vivas, who hits, they say, like Glaber, runs like Glaber, defends like Glaber, but has the plate discipline and at batter's box Moxie of Juan Soto. Okay. And this isn't results based. This is just scouting report and then what I saw from his personality based. And kind of every Venezuelan baseball player in Major League Baseball is like, hit tools there, but second base is the only position you're going to be able to field them at.
I obviously want to see more of BB. But yeah, the intensity in the batter's box is cool. Kind of owns it and is very much giving yeses and nos for every pitch, which for a young, like, not big prospect is kind of funny to see. And it's kind of funny that the Yankees, how do I say this in a not fully rude way, because I don't want it to be. I'm surprised the Yankees don't be the Yankees and try to coach that out of a player.
Well, that's what Jazz said was the biggest misconception about when he came over here. He's like, you would think they would hinder all shine of these people, but
well, I think
he said the Marlins did to Jesus Sanchez.
That's the pro team. The minor league Yankees.
Oh yeah,
we've heard that they try to clean it up a little more for if you get there. Yeah, seems fun. And I mean, I guess the secret third option there is, obviously Glaber's defense we've talked about a lot, but the bigger problem was Glaber not being focused on the game. That's what got him into a lot of those problems. So if Vivas is alert, then that's like +1 again.
There was an article that Glaber said in the Tigers spring training, the whole team practiced running first to third, and that's something he hadn't practiced in his career.
Don't like that.
I don't know. If anything, this kid looks fun, which I wasn't expecting. I was ready for another PR situation. Okay. And if anything, if he's here for a week, I don't think he's like the full Jazz replacement. But if he's here for a little bit, at least I'm going to enjoy. Hopefully I am laughing like with him, his confidence in Moxie in the plate. And then the other thing I did want to let people know, if he is around here for a little bit, his scouting report, I sent it to you guys, but it basically describes like Gleyber Torres light.
Right.
Most of his value comes from his bat because he has fringy speed and arm strength, limiting his effectiveness on the bases and in the field. But a sure-handed second baseman with decent range, but not much versatility. He has seen considerable action at third base, but the game speeds up on him there, and his arm isn't suited for the hot corner. Below average runner, but good hit tool and has great power, pull side power, even though he's small, and then just great plate discipline, which Gleyber was swing first, but as we saw, he has like incredible swing and take numbers throughout his minor league career. So that's cool.
Yeah, and I guess the only, if you're someone that allows these thoughts to come into your head, the Yankees traded him essentially straight up for Trey Sweeney, who's on the Detroit Tigers and playing. And I know some people in baseball were very surprised by that. Like Trey Sweeney profiled as a shortstop and has a very like pretty left-handed swing. So the Yankees might have just like a little more. If you think running a front office is personal, it is. I think the Yankees have just a little bit more skin in the game with Vivas. Vivas. Great award, Jim.
Thanks.
My first award is the me sophomore year of high school award.
Ooh, was that? I think you talk about this a lot. It was but I don't know who this could be too. Matzik, you were talking about what?
Walk me through it. What am I thinking?
I think you at sophomore year of high school was you at your heaviest.
Yeah.
And you were goalie and you were like heavy.
Okay.
And I don't know. So I know I'm looking around the heavy person. Matzik looks like he's got winded running from the bullpen.
What was my heaviest weight? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say 280, but that's wrong. No, I knew that was wrong. It was like my brain almost just spit that out because I was like, oh, batting average. Was it 200?
200.
Oh, so you're going Jason Dominguez.
You had everything right. And you can note that, Beebs. Except
Cody
the answer. Jimmy, sophomore year, I step on the scale. It's me and the starting middle linebacker who's behind me, John Sharkey, your guy. We both step on the scale. We both weigh 200. He is big and muscly. I am not. I'm short and pudgy. Kind of my first realization. We've gone too far. 200 was the magic number there. And so is it for Cody Bellinger, who hit his 200th career home run today, which is kind of one of those, a little bit of a head tilt moment. 200 is a lot. Like, Belly had a very rough patch part of his career and not really known as a home run hitter. Gets his 200th. Who knows if that's on his mind or not? Judging by his tongue celebration in the dugout, I would guess no, or maybe super yes. And yeah, I know Beebs was in the butter knife lab. I think Belly, his last 10 games, has an OPS in the 9s.
I think after the last at bat, it dropped to 886 last 10 games.
So obviously a slow start for Belly offensively. It's sneaky been better, and hopefully it continues. He had his first ball he pissed on today, which I was happy to see because he just missed one in game 2 that I let out a little, wait, did he? And then it wasn't even close, and then I got a little sad.
How many people do you think are in the 300 club, 200 club?
200 club. I was slightly deep in this the other day because I was impressed by how many career home runs Eugenio Suarez has. I will say 214.
318.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of bigger than you'd think.
The youngest
Bigger
player in
and
MLB history
smaller.
to hit 200 home runs was Mel Ott.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of bigger. And then in the 300 home run club, I was like, oh, does it drop a ton there? 160.
It's
Close to half.
The 400 home run club is when you're getting like,
right.
that's 58.
You have to be a really good home run hitter for a long time.
Longevity and power. Or you could be one homer short like Andres Galarraga.
Get hot, Belly. We need something.
Was Alfonso Soriano a Yankee when he hit his 400th homer?
400.
I don't know.
I would bet no, but I don't know.
I bet no, too. Well, Stanton and Teixeira and Soriano on the list.
Okay.
As the lowest 400. I was like, I know those names.
Hey, I know those names. 400 with the Yankees.
Off J Happ.
Don't put it there, Happer. Just
Damn.
count.
Okay. So, yeah, like Stan's the lowest at 400 exactly. Then Duke Snyder, not a Yankee. Then Tex, 409. Then Soriano, 412. And I was like, wait, did I see the last three of those names do it? Do I know history? Jolly, I'm ready. Did Edwin Encarnacion do it as Yankee season? Beebs, if you tell me he did, I'm out of here. I'm off. The episode's over.
And this episode's been brought to you by Shady Rays. Jimmy mentioned a big horse event. I was surprised to see our friends at Shady Rays were involved in that. Let's go, Shady Rays. And if you know, you know. They've been involved with us forever now. They are the best. They're a huge part in our warehouse. Big warehouse game tonight. Baggage, me and Jimmy, up against it. Playoffs
What's on the line?
McFlurry powered little rivalry game. Go check that out on our Warehouse Games channel. And you're going to see some Shady Rays because they hooked up each team with their own pair. They have such a huge inventory, and they're giving you a great deal like they always do. Their best deal of the season. How do you like that? Go to ShadyRays.com. Use code YANKS. 35% off your next pair of polarized sunglasses. That's code YANKS at ShadyRays.com. Go get yours now.
Edwin
I have an
Encarnacion hit his 400th career home run, which was also his 1,200th career RBI as a Mariner about a week before he was traded to the Yankees.
Oh, brutal. But good news, I watched Jason Giambi hit number 400.
Giambi.
No, I didn't. He hit that one. His last home run as a Yankee was 396 of his career. So I didn't. But we did watch Carlos Beltran hit his 400th home run as a Yankee.
It's all big.
That's kind of interesting. How many club entries does each team have? Like, you wouldn't know Soriano did it as a Yankee. But he did.
What's
I
your
think it's...
what's your last award, Jim? You are who they say you are? You are who they say you are. Can I fish?
No, I think it's the easiest hint of the day.
I just need I was gonna fish if it's good or bad.
I think it's the easiest hint of the day.
Okay. Well, it's not. That's what I'm going to tell you. Because your first
I think
hint, your
it's
first
already
hint,
been mentioned.
your
this
first
episode.
hint, you sent to me the scouting report and said Glaber is Vivas.
Yeah, but I said
So that's the
Glaber
best
by
hint.
accident. The first hint was supposed to be just -2 = +1.
It was the best hint.
Jake,
It was the best hint.
I said this sentiment and almost this sentence already in the episode.
Aaron Judge.
No.
Okay.
Oswald Peraza.
Oh, so it's a bad one.
I've been defending this kid.
Mm.
We've been saying the Yankees are treating him poorly.
Yes.
Botch is a double play ball. I think a double play ball. I don't know if that freak was running fastest man in the whole world.
I think it was a single play ball, but still.
Yeah, it's probably someone too fast. These Rays,
Yeah.
they run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Volpe's never going to get a day off ever again.
Right.
It was a chance to prove it's okay. You can rest Volpe. And Peraza just totally blew it. Also, Volpe's been making a lot of errors lately, though, too. So, but anyway. Yeah, man, Peraza. Like, I'm almost a Vivas guy over Peraza now.
Yeah, I mean, in the limited sample we've seen from Vivas, it's just a matter of defense and righty-lefty and blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah, for me, it's just a matter of moxie and entertainment. And Peraza's kind of got that glum Glaber vibe. And Vivas kind of has that Oswaldo Cabrera vibe, which, dude, you walk into a room, people enjoy your presence. That's huge. That's like the most valuable thing you can have in all your entire life is people like being around you.
the Yanks have glummed him up. Yeah, he makes the diving stop behind second base, which was nice, but he's trying to get another one of the Rays racers, and he can't get them, and then Simpson's flying around third, so he scores, so it ends up looking like a bad play. And, I don't know, you just can never hit the mound with a throw. It can't happen.
It surprises you.
It did. It really did.
Oh, that's taller. You forget how steep a mound is till you step on one.
Yeah. I guess the follow-up to this is we've talked about Volpe. Like, if Volpe has to go on the IL, Peraza, has to play. Can't put Reyes at short. From everything I've seen, I'm sorry.
Is that an option?
They say Pablo Reyes plays shortstop.
Unbelievable. I'd rather a Scar at third, Wells catching, a Scar at third, Peraza at short, and Vivas at second.
If Volpe goes on the IL, you will see it.
DJ at short, Jorbit at second. If Volpe goes on the IL, I might plan a vacation.
Okay.
That sounds like a great 2-week stretch of ball to just be out of town on, come back, catch up, and ride the next wave.
I told you. I mean, the West Coast trip always gets a little weird with the sleeping hours, and then you come back to the Soto game, the Mets at Yankee Stadium. So, yeah.
If we were two surfers sitting on our surfboards in the ocean, it would be like I'd say, hey, I'm going to head in and grab some lunch. Next swell's looking choppy. I'll come back out, probably be double overhead and clean by the time I'm done eating. That's Northern New York surf talk. It's its own version of slang.
I'm going to give out the best to ever do it award.
Are you trying to get I will...
It's not Judge.
I know that. I will answer this. You will say correct or incorrect.
I can't promise that.
And then I will tell you.
Because I just fished and you declined, so I'm probably
And then I will tell you correct or
fair.
incorrect.
Just being fair.
I will submit my guess.
Okay.
And you will say correct or incorrect. And then I will then have to correct you.
Okay.
Luke Weaver.
Incorrect.
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 You're incorrect.
No, because there's someone doing better things than him in some ways.
We already did Max Fried.
It's not Max Fried.
You're giving it to Yarby?
Not Yarby. Okay, see, now you're trying to chop down the award. It's Sharky, dude. Most multiple inning outings clean in Major League Baseball. We dreamed of. I just typed Sharky into Baseball Reference. God damn it. We dreamed. We saw the trade happen, and we were like, "Whoa, Trevino!" We were wondering if they were going to cut Trevino. We all brought up Fernando Cruz as baseball savant. We're like, "Wait, you just gave Matt Blake, a guy with an unhittable pitch? We didn't even know it's happening, man. It happened slow because Boone was freaked out by him not throwing first pitch strikes. Currently 15 games on the year, 18.2 innings pitched, a 1.45 ERA. The whip is 0.8. He's leading relievers in strikeouts, and it's very impressive. I was interested to see if they were going to send him back out for a second inning, and I don't know how the Yankees feel about it, but I mean, he's 35 years old and he's on basically a rookie contract. That I think the plan is just to ride him into the ground. And that's kind of what goes on with the relievers around the league. Last 9 games, 12.1 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 17 strikeouts.
I think his pitch count was somewhat low, right?
Or
no, it actually wasn't.
Yeah. It's in the teens, right?
It was 16. That's kind of low.
If you're not a true multi-inning reliever, that's kind of what your outing is expected to be.
Yeah. But I'm guessing that they were going to send him out there because it was under 20, and then maybe at that point he only gets 1 bat or 2 batters. But then he had a pretty nice second inning.
He is rolling, and whatever Matt Blake teaches to throw strikes, it's working.
Confidence.
I mean, that slap on the ass to Yandy.
Yeah. Kay was like, they have to know each other. Don't.
You kind of do. Can't do that to a guy you don't know who you just got out.
Maybe you could know of each other. Their wives are friends on social media, but they've never talked.
No. Major League Baseball, bro? Yo, no, it's nuts. This is a dumb Jake thought, but I had it, and I'll share it again. These guys play for money. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just the whole concept of it.
That it's their job?
Not that it's their job. I've come to grips with that part, but it's do good at baseball, which is very hard to do, and you'll get paid more money. The whole concept of it is nuts. And
be very friendly
on the
and
other
make
side
people
of
excited.
it. On the other side of it, if you're getting them out, you're losing them money.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's why people don't like cheaters.
Right.
Weaver 0 ERA on the season.
Right.
But that inning was odd.
Okay.
The dude before
Why was Weaver up today?
He's jumping. He's just getting his jumps in. Because if Ascar hit a home run, we need a save.
Yeah, but you just threw Cookie out there.
Well, the game was dead at that point. Offense has got to bat you back into it.
Right.
It did until Ascar hit a double play. That inning, the batter on the Rays broke the bat over his knee.
Common arrow.
Then there was a long delay because Wells was like, there's fucking... They never talked about this, but my interpretation of it was Wells was like, there's wood all over the batter's box.
Right.
You got to clean that up. And the ump was like, well, just clean it up. And the ump made Wells clean it up. And Wells was like, I don't want to clean up his mess.
Right.
Then later on, the last strike, was it Caballero or Kemen? The last strike, the worst swing, and Cruz held him to the 1 second.
Yeah,
and
that was Caballero, and he started yelling. Yep.
He started screaming. They missed this on the broadcast, too. They didn't dive into it, at least. because they were like, "What's he talking to the ump about?" But he was screaming before the pitch was coming because he thought the clock had run out.
Yeah.
So then he kind of that swing is a bad swing. See, that swing went around the internet as a look how bad this swing was. But from the batter, he's almost proving to the umpire, look what you made me do for not granting me timeout.
Right.
Not calling time in the situation, and then just threw his bat at it and then talked to the ump. You know when you see that? Time, they don't get it. And then talk to the ump. It was a little mixture of that because he was screaming.
Yeah. Yeah, and you saw the ump, he even gave a weird this move in his punch out. Which was kind of telling him, I'd half messed up, but.
Yeah. It was a weird, couple at bats there. All right. Anything else?
I think you usually do a does this matter?
Yeah, but anything else before we get to that is when I meant, do we miss anyone? Sometimes we do that.
Goldie's homer being the only runs in game one, we talked about a little bit. He has a nice hit in the rally today.
Oh. This was when I said, the dark thoughts. First time we saw an opponent twice. They stole like fucking crazy. They contained the top of our lineup. But then the bottom of our lineup was also not the lineup. So that's the counterpunch. But that was somewhat when they started stealing like crazy. I was like, "Oh no! Don't tell me we got another team that's in the division that's gonna now send the scouting report around." And then I was like, "Wait, what are these Rays?" I was like, "First team we've seen twice. Fuck! Don't make me think about this because this was a storyline last year."
Yeah, the base running. It's also interesting because it's the Rays and a lot of their lineup can really run, and that's how they're trying to make their offense. Yes, had the same thought. Didn't think you were going there, though. I thought you were going to follow it up with, today was the first game that I was looking at the defensive shifts,
They shift more than anyone else in the league. The Yankees are they're tied for third most or something like that.
They, all the Rays lefties were if you're going to leave the left side open, we'll just go over there, even Walls.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
4 hits for Walls.
That was a little scouting.
Okay, Jake, I got some stats here, and you got to tell me if they matter. Opponents have a ground ball rate of 100% against Ian Hamilton in his last 3 appearances, highest among qualified relief pitchers in Major League Baseball.
I think it matters. Hamilton's pitching pretty well.
Small sample size, but yeah.
Sure.
Because he's a strikeout guy usually.
I think pretty much every reliever around baseball, it's strikeout, ground ball are the top goals.
I know, but we don't want him to lead the league in ground balls.
No, we have Tim Hill.
Yeah. Yes, that'd be bad if we have 2 of them.
Right.
So I'm going to say that matters in a bad way.
No.
I don't want every batter to put the ball in play.
Right. I thought
that rate is just on the balls that are put in play. That's not.
Yeah.
So I believe that's 5 ground balls on 5 balls put in play. Doesn't take into account his strikeouts or walks.
I thought it was saying he got 6 outs, 5 of them were grounders.
No, his last
bullet point said that.
Last 2 appearances, 1 inning, 3 strikeouts, 2 innings, 3 strikeouts.
That's great. Says 5 balls in play, 5 grounders. So
of the 5 balls put in play, they were 5 grounders, and
that's good.
And they were all hits then?
No, one.
Oh, they just said
hit.
they all 1 hit. Okay.
Hamilton's been good.
Yes. The bullpen, if they got any fucking help, which we didn't talk about this whole episode because we did a whole thing about the starting pitching last episode, I guess. If the bullpen got any help from the starters on the back end and could have any consistency in rest and lanes, they'd be all even lighter today or in game 2. They're all getting thrown to the wolves every night because it's fucking Warren and Cookie. 27% of Ben Rice's plate appearances have lasted only 1 pitch over the last 2 weeks. 11 of 41 of his plate appearances are over after the first pitch. Is that too high for you?
Yeah, that matters. It's I think Well, it's a very interesting development with Ben Rice. I think teams are like, damn, we really need first strike, otherwise Ben Rice is legit. Like it was very interesting to see the Rays. The Rays treated Ben Rice this series like he is a slugger.
Yeah. Speaking of, Austin Wells is slugging .579 with 2 strikes over the last 2 weeks. 5th best in AL. Matter?
That matters, yeah. He has good at bats. End him.
Trent Grisham is hitless in 17 at-bats with 2 strikes.
First pitch Trent.
Last 2 weeks. Yeah, jump him. That's why he's jumping him. Cody Bellinger has chased 65% of pitches out of the zone with 2 strikes over the last 14 days. I'd be very interested in his chase contact rate because I feel like he does chase, but to stay alive and stay bat to ball. So,
yeah, he swings at bad pitches to foul them off.
Yeah, I'll stay at that. Doesn't matter for me right now.
I hope we're about to see a Cody evolution because he had a very nice 3-2 take today where he did his whole swing, but he just stopped his hands and then he got a walk.
Yeah, that was nice. Okay, that's the episode. Thank you very much. Game tomorrow. What's start time? 4:10?
That is good, clean baseball humor.
Jimmy, good news. This upcoming series, we finally get 3 7 o'clock starts in a row.
Yo! What, Jake? Wednesdays on Prime?
Prime TBS. This is the week. MLB Network, but I think Yes Network still gets the first.
I think
two
the
games.
TBS and the
Yeah,
MLB Network
those
are still
dual.
just Yes
Yeah,
for us.
Yes, but
So it's just one Prime.
right.
I just wish the Prime app wasn't so slow. I end up just watching it on my phone.
Hey, for any Yankee fans that don't watch the Yankees, they're on MLB Network 6 times in the next 8 days or something. Okay.
Well, the reason the April schedule was so weird was because they loaded up the June and July schedule. Like what they do the Padres now, and then when they get back from this West Coast trip, isn't that the season right there? Like isn't that Dodgers, Red Sox, Cleveland, Red Sox?
There's one more stretch between there. They Mets, Texas, Colorado, Angels, and then Dodgers, Cleveland, Boston, KC, Boston.
Yeah. Those and the Braves have a weekend, I think.
Labor
All
Day.
those weekends in a row. What?
Labor Day. That's when it really kicks in.
Yeah.
Or Memorial Day, excuse me. Same different.
Volpe in the lineup tomorrow. Okay. We'll see how he performs. Volpe not in the lineup tomorrow. Oh, shit. Find me a pitcher.
Yeah.
Clip that. Send it out.
Clip.
Just no other context. See ya. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.